And now we go. Boom. Here we go. We're live.
Hey man,
Hello. How you doing, my friend? You good?
I'm doing good, man.
I wanna thank you for coming here, and I wanna thank you for opening my eyes to the possibilities of trading currencies. Even though you haven't taught me anything specifically, but you made me aware of trading, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about here today. How did you get into trading?
How did I get into it? Well, I think it started from 15. My brother, he was always interested in like how did these guys like make millions and billions? Like, what's the difference between me and them?
Yeah.
So from young, he would just told me like, maybe you should try to like see what they're doing because they're clearly making excess amounts.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's like a hidden secret what they're doing. I think you could actually research this, read about it, and you could do it yourself. It's all in your mind that you can't do it. And
So
yeah,
he planted that seed in your head.
he planted it in my head from like 15.
Wow.
Like when you're just past the stupid stage of your life,
Yeah.
and you're just starting to have sense.
That's quite early to be past the stupid stage in your life. I'd say it was like 20 for me.
No, I'm
Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't think about what.
no,
I
I meant in a way where you can still feed something in your brain, and as you're a bit more mature.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
That's what we're really like. Just like when you're kids, your parents tell you something, and that's like part of your personality or your view on stuff.
It's like gospel.
Yeah, it's gospel. So when I heard that, I was like, that's been gospel to me.
Okay. And is he involved in that world?
What in that word? Not really.
Okay.
But he always told me, he says, my brother's a programmer. He was like, hey, I'm a programmer. I don't want you to follow my footsteps. You try a different way, and like, see what works for you. Because you don't always have to follow the exact same route. It's your own life you're living.
Yeah.
So he made me. He gave me free roam to say you can do anything you want.
That's beautiful.
He was never said oh you can't do something because of this. He always like you can do it from day one. So I had that positive reinforcement, which allowed me to learn something like that at such a young age.
Yeah.
Which is weird because nobody really does that.
It's very rare, and usually you get restricted. You get pour you a bit of tea here. You get told that either your dream is too large or too unrealistic, or you get told to stick within the confines of what your family is already doing. And a lot of people do. A lot of people just follow into the footsteps of their own father or mother or whatever it is. So yeah.
Can I give you an example of that?
Yeah.
I remember at college, I told everybody that I'd like to, I'd love to be able to like trade or something. I think I was 17.
Yeah.
They all laughed at me and says, "You're an idiot. You'd never be able to do that." And I was like, and because I think my dad, he's like in his 60s, he's very a worldly person.
Yeah.
He told me about people like that. Like anything you say, someone's gonna say a sly remark or say, "Oh, what's that little thing you're doing?" or try to like tone it down.
Yeah.
And I picked up on what he said, like, oh. Then I decided not to tell people what I'm doing as much because I rarely get people that says, "That's brilliant, man." I always get, what if you lose at that? What if that fails?
That'll never
what
work.
So I'm always gonna lose.
Yeah.
Is that their outcome? I only lose.
Yeah.
But they can do it, but I can't.
Or they can't do it. That's why they think you can't do it.
That's the majority of the time.
Because their life hasn't planned out. I mean, most of these people that are dream killers never even began to embark on a dream, but they want to kill everyone else's dream because that represents, like, if you actually go for your dream and you achieve it, it's very threatening to them because they told themselves that they'll never be able to achieve their dreams, so there's no point in trying, and they just live this like quiet desperation. But you can't, like, this is something Jordan Peterson said in a little video clip. He was like, you know who your friends are because they'll be really happy to share good news with you. Like when you share good news with them, like about something you're doing, they'll be really happy and excited for you, and they'll commiserate in the bad news as well. They'll feel your pain when you've got bad news. That's how you can tell when someone is your friend or not. Like if you tell someone something and they're not happy for you, they're not excited for you, or they feel threatened by it, then you know they're not a good friend.
I've had plenty of examples of that, but I remember a lot of people's when people do that for you, it's unconscious. They don't consciously do it as a bad person.
Yeah.
It's just a natural reaction which they've done. Because I read a book. You know Robert Greene.
Is that
He made 40 Laws of Power. He made Arts of Seduction. He made 33 Strategies of War.
Okay.
And I listened to that audiobook of all three.
Damn.
Basically, it's unconscious. And this is an extra.
What is unconscious exactly?
People's people always see themselves as the good guy in the story. So regardless of what they do, they haven't done anything wrong. But it's unconscious. They're not purposely doing it to you. They just think they're a good person, and that's what they do. And they think they're giving you good advice.
Yeah.
But there's a resentment in the back of their head which they haven't noticed yet, because I don't think they've. That's why people go to therapy. They find out about themselves.
Yeah.
But an extra thing about that, what really stood out to me was the Robert Greene book about it's called Arts of Seduction and stuff. Because I was like, Robert Greene, all 48 Laws of Power, 33 Word Strategy. I'm gonna read all his books.
Yeah.
There's 9 types of manipulators, and I found I'm 5.
You're 5.
I can't.
You're 5 of the 9.
Yeah. Because I was talking to a girl, and I told her, she's like, you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Shit.
So I apart from trading, I've read to just read, and I want to find out about myself.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I only see myself through me.
Yeah.
And I'm 5 type of manipulators and stuff. And
I don't remember what they are.
Rake, coquette.
What's rake?
I only read it. Well, I only listened to it once, but there's. When I was reading it, I was like, and obviously the girl was like, yeah, you're all of them. I was like, okay, is it? Okay then. Oh, mine went blank.
Because you were talking about the types of manipulators, and you said that you want to find out, I guess, like unconsciously how you behave.
Everybody, you should look it up. It's called Arts of Seduction. Put down.
I want to read
manipulators.
I'm gonna put it on my list.
Listen.
Yes.
You'll read it, and then you'll be like, that's me.
Yeah.
That's me. And then this is the deeper part. You're gonna be like, that person did that to me. That number 4, someone did that to me.
Yeah.
Number 7, I remember someone doing that to me.
And is that strictly romantic, or it can be like any kind of relationship?
Anything. Just any type of relationship. But with the trading, it's a bit psychological as well, where you have to be open to knowledge and stuff. You can't be closed off, because you're gonna keep. What's it called? When you try to trade, you think you're the one moving the market. Like, I buy, it goes up, I sell, it goes down.
Yeah.
And then you get the realization when you lose, and then you make excuses.
Yeah.
You accept it and be like, I lost.
Yeah.
And I'm going to lose more.
Yeah.
But that's to do with everything. Everything I do, I'm going to lose.
Yeah.
At the start. And probably for years.
Yeah.
Like we both been doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
2 years in, you're still a victim.
Yeah.
3 years in, you're a semi-victim.
Yeah. You're still a victim to, like, there's always bigger fish, basically. There's always bigger fish.
But you need to, especially the trading part, you need to embrace losing. Like, embrace it. Now when I lose, I'm like, oh, okay, that's alright. Because I knew that I've lost so many times, and I know what mistakes I made. That when I lose, it's like, oh, that's alright. I saved myself hundreds of losses already. So making this one is not too bad, because before I was making 10, but now I might make 2 or 3.
Yeah. Do you know what's interesting? Because you told me this once. I remember I saw you after, like, I'd been at work and I'd done some trading in the morning. And then I got very excited because I placed like 10 trades, but this was just me on a lucky day, and I won 9 of them. But the thing is, like,
it's a rush, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like, I'll trade that.
About to go to work.
Buy, sell. Yeah. But the thing is, so I had a lucky day, and the next day I went in and I placed another 10 trades, and I lost like 9 of them. You know what I mean? So the thing that interests me is that when I saw you the same day, I was like, did you trade today? And you were like, yeah, I'd done 2 trades and they were both good, and that was it. And I was like, damn. Because in my head, it's like, just trade. But it's like, no, just like pick the ones that are definitely going to win. So you might, like, would you even have days where you just buy or sell 1 trade, or you make 2 trades?
it has to tell me. There might be days I do nothing.
You just don't do anything some days.
No, this is what happens. People have a gambling mentality
Yeah.
where it's like, that horse is racing.
Yeah.
No.
This market is my lucky market.
No, there's no time limit to it.
Yeah.
It's just, if it shows you something to your analysis that you do, you do it.
But if it doesn't, you don't, because then you're gonna lose.
No, but it's hard not. It's hard not to trade because you're looking at it like, oh, I'm so anxious.
Yeah.
Because especially when you're starting, it's like, I want to win. I'm anxious. You put it in, you lose, and it keeps reminding you when you lose.
Yeah.
But I remember, apart from that, I got an internship at this company, and how I got it was I just applied. I emailed like the CEO of each company because sometimes I learned from I think my brother and another friend. You could message the owner of that company or the person that headed that department instead of applying online or find the vacancy.
That's very smart.
That blew my. It's very simple, but it blew my mind. Like you could just apply
direct to the source
to that person.
Yeah.
And then they could be like, go on the website, or they can be like, just give me your CV.
Yeah. And you finished uni at that point, right?
Yeah.
And what did you study at uni?
Maths. I did financial mathematics.
So you've always had like a brain for numbers, I guess, right?
I wanted to be a programmer before, but then I talked to my brother and he was like, you should do maths. And then I was like, it's a hard subject. And I was like, maths is everything. So I was like, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I graduated and then I went for the internship because I didn't have some people want a master's and stuff and these extra qualifications and you need to get 100% marks in your degree. I think with like a first and stuff with honours, and I didn't have that, so I had to go the internship route because not all the time you can get a job straight away.
With the company that you applied to.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to go for an internship sometimes if you're not fully qualified.
I see. Yeah.
And then once you prove to them like, you can have the job. So I got the job eventually, and they had me as a junior trader of FX and equities. Equities is stocks and shares.
So you traded that too, or did you just stick to FX?
I kind of dodged stocks because the long term thing is kind of out of my realm. I can successfully do trades. The analysis for like a week or maybe 2 weeks. I don't know how to judge a trade for the next 6
years. Yeah, long term.
And this is the thing. That's for me to get experience with that, it can take me 10, 15 years of experience to be like, yeah, I did that 6 month trade, I lost, I did that 6 month. So I used a lot of the FX especially on lower time frames to get a repetition of losing. Yeah. Because I need to lose as much as possible now. Yeah. With little money. A lot of people lose with big money. Yeah. And it scares you. Like gambling all in. Yeah. I took thousands of losses of £2, £3, £5, £2, £3, £5, £2, £3, £5. Yeah. And it didn't affect me mentally. Yeah. Then as I got better, I put the money up because I was like, oh, I've already took my little losses already, but now I'm not losing as much. I can put more in. And I've made a decent amount, but this is the thing, it's about how much you're winning and your confidence level. Because if you're confident, you'll be like, okay, I'm put all in, put the mortgage in my house in, my girlfriend's savings. But it's all about confidence. Yeah. I'm not confident enough to be like 20 grand in.
So, but here's the analogy, right? Because you mentioned jiu-jitsu. So, you going in with £2, £3, £4 is like just being a white belt and just getting tapped in the gym. Just go every day, just get tap, lose, and eventually you start to get it together and you develop a game, or in this case, you develop a strategy, right? And
then it's like, let's say you're ready to compete and you've been training like a year. You might be like, give me another 6 months. You were probably good enough at 1 year. Yeah. But that 6 months validates you. Like, I've got this to lean on, where I've got this much experience. Yeah.
Or you can wait too long, right?
Yeah, no, it's
being shy.
I'm not gonna lie, shyness is a curse. But fighting in jiu-jitsu gave me confidence. Yes. Because that's one thing I lacked in my life. I was confident around my friends, but who isn't? It gave me that extra confidence where I feel like I can do anything, because getting beaten up day in, day out, 4 to 5 times a week didn't demoralize me. Yeah. And I've seen the results where newer people come in, it's like a lot bigger than me, I handle them like a baby, and I'm like, skinny little me, and it validated me, and I was like, I'm open to do other things because I've been doing this for so long. If I get half the results I'm getting doing this and anything else, that will be I'll be content.
Yeah, definitely. It's like that saying where you see the way broadly and then you see it in all things. So once you master one thing, whatever it is, it could be like pottery or something, you can master anything else because you know what it takes. It just takes consistency and a continued effort over time, even though you know that you're not doing it right, but eventually your ability just goes up if you just stay in it long enough.
That's the big thing you talked about. What makes you have the energy to start? Me, I have to be my own cheerleader, my own personal cheerleader, because you can't always expect someone to push you.
Yeah.
So I didn't have the best childhood and stuff, so I'm kind of like have nightmares about it where I'm like, I don't want to be in that situation. And this is the thing, I thought it was to do with money, a little bit, but the jiu-jitsu part filled the void. It was a void I was missing. It was more the fighting part which helped me get over the traumas and stuff. But I'm not gonna lie, a bit of money will help me out of it. A bit of money will help me out of it.
Yeah.
But making you start is the hardest. I think is 90%. Because that's due to jiu-jitsu again or fighting. How many people have you seen come and go? I've seen hundreds.
It's true.
The people I started with, as I said, I started with 20 people at the gym. I was the last one left. Everyone left within 2-3 years. Like, how when you start, you have a time limit on how long you can do it for. I started with no time limit where this is it, all in.
Yeah.
And COVID enforced it because I was like, what happened if I'd get fired by a company or let's say in the future when machines or everything automated, how am I gonna
work?
So basically it's like I had a trip like a trip where I was just like, and also I've never been in a comfortable situation where I've been relaxed. Well, I've always been on a raft in a hurricane my whole life.
Yeah. So what are you saying about when COVID happened? Like what do you, how are you relating that to your point?
Oh, it made me just commit 1,000,000% where this is it. This will be my cushion for if anything goes bad. Because
even the pandemic can't stop people trading currencies.
Things go up. Amazon was killing it.
Yeah.
This is the thing. People think, oh, everything goes down during bad times.
Yeah.
No, just like even in World War II, all the people selling bullets and weapons.
Yeah.
It was a world war. Everything's supposed to flop. No, they were killing it.
Yeah. It's kind of funny when you consider like the ethics of it, but it's like if you know where the market is moving towards, I guess you can act outside of that, outside of morality within that. You know what I mean? So like you know that a lockdown is coming, so you short the pound.
A lot of people get in trouble for that. It's called insider trading, where they had. Imagine you had a meeting 2 weeks before, and they said, "Okay, we're gonna shut down the country in about 2 weeks."
Yeah.
And you're like, I've got. Let's say these rich people there. I've got
I've
$1 million.
got 2 million.
I've got 2 million there on my stock. It's going up.
Yeah.
If it hits, it might go back down to half a million.
Yeah.
So they took the money I ran.
Yeah.
And then. And then it was dropping.
Yeah.
Before they even announced it.
Yeah.
And then you can
it really?
Yeah. And you can get in trouble for that. They're like, that's.
But how the fuck do you avoid that?
No, but.
So what are you supposed to do? You're in that boardroom and you're like, well, I know the pound is gonna crash, but I just have to keep my money in there.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
It's like saying, okay, we're gonna make you lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
But don't keep the money in.
Yeah. No, it makes no sense. It goes against all your human instincts. It goes against everything, man.
Remember, it's not like you got 10 grand in there. You've got $1 million in there. You're emotionally attached to it.
Yeah.
And the guy's saying, we're gonna do this. Don't take your money out.
Yeah.
They're not saying that to you, but you're not supposed to do it. But how could you not?
It's true.
But then again, you sign contracts and stuff to say you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of against your nature. That's going to happen.
It just makes you think, what are you supposed to do? Like, not take part in investments if you're within government? Because, I mean, I don't think that's the case.
No, all of them do it. All of them do it. No, when you're high enough, when you're high up enough, there's no rules. You make up the rules.
It's true. Yeah.
You make up the rules. Your lawyers, like, like you heard about lodges and stuff where you got people that I think it's called secret society where he's friends with him, let him off the case, that's his brother that knows him, pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah.
A lot of people might say it's like it's fake and it's conspiracy. It kind of isn't, because a group of friends, they're gonna help each other.
Exactly.
They're gonna help each other.
I'd do the same if I was like Prime Minister and then you got in trouble. Let my friends off. You know what I mean? But yeah. So, did you see what happened with GameStop?
I saw what happened with GameStop. No, that stuff scares me. I'm scared of, especially me when I try to practice and stuff. I'm scared of hype.
Yeah.
I'm really scared of it.
Yeah.
I want to do stuff that does no hype and it'll be predictable. With hype, GameStop shot up and But the hedge fund thing is if someone leaked information, like obviously the public's gonna react. You expect the public not to react. They'd be like, oh no, leave the hedge funds alone.
Yeah.
It's fair game.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that no information is leaked somehow by, I don't know what they do by protecting yourself more.
But you know what's funny? There was a guy who runs the financial exchange in America, and he went on TV talking about how it's completely wrong what they did by artificially bringing up the price and everything like that. And the same guy last March when the lockdown happened, he was on television talking about how the hotel stocks were going to plummet, and the same guy bought the stocks right after. Come on, man. So you go out and you cry wolf, then when everyone shits themselves and sells the stocks, you buy up all the stocks and then they go up again.
Was he a billionaire or was he a millionaire?
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that controls the markets.
No, them guys are funny.
Yeah.
They literally say something like, I think this is gonna go bad.
Yeah.
And obviously the people they're with are like, he said it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, they control the market, and that's one of the thing about trading. It's like you have to go with the markets, right? Like you said before, like some guy that puts trades in and thinks that they control the market, but you don't actually control the market.
You really think it's gonna go up?
Yeah, no, because you're buying like a half, even like half of a percentage.
Don't affect anything.
No.
These banks, they put money in. If they sell, it goes down. If it buys, it goes up.
Yeah.
You put your little, even 100 grand in there. No.
And I guess then what happens is that, so say a bank puts 4 billion in going long on the pound, for example. So the pound shoots up, right? And then all the other traders, their indicators go ding, 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 ding. So they're all going to go long as well. So it's going to go up even more, right? But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting, like thinking about what you're actually doing, because you're buying one currency pair against another, right? Or selling a currency pair against another. And I recently, because I use this website called babypips.com.
You're telling me about it. It gives you a bit more
fundamentals,
detail.
Basically.
Fundamentals.
Yeah, it just tells you like what to look out for, like trading, and then it gets more and more sophisticated as you go. So it can give you strategies and stuff. And you can develop your own kind of game around that. But one of the things I was learning about is trading the news. So
it's called you got fundamental analysis where you got the news and you got balance sheets and stuff, and then you got technicals where you got the tools on the chart that they use, like you got moving averages and stuff.
Yes,
that's technical.
Yes.
People use both together. Me, I'm scared of the hype.
You don't trade the news.
No,
I don't trade the news either. I mean, it would have to be so.
No, but this is the thing about you. Everyone's individual.
Yeah.
Something's gonna work for you.
Yeah, it's true.
Or it could be a thing where you use a bit of both.
Yeah.
But it's like, if I keep relating to fighting, everyone's got their own style. Everything in life, you have your own style most of the time.
Yeah, it's true.
You have your own unique take.
Yeah.
Even in a conversation, not everybody thinks exactly the same. This is a dictatorship, but everyone has their own opinion.
Yeah. It's very true. So, are you still with this company that you started out with?
No. It's pretty stressful waking up at like 5 in the morning, getting there at like 6ish, and then
the working life basically.
Yeah, but it's the early mornings. But the good thing about it is that I actually liked what I did, so it kind of, I didn't care as much. But as I was getting better and stuff, I was like, I really think eventually I could do this myself. I really think, because what I personally like to do, especially after fighting, I like to bet on myself. I bet on myself every time.
Yes.
Every single time.
Yeah.
All in, I'll bet myself.
Yeah.
Because, and plus I like a bit of uncertainty.
Yeah.
It's like a thrill.
Yeah. it's the difference between, like, we were talking about this with Tivi, but it's like if you're a farmer, you know that you're gonna sell your crops, you know what I mean, or like you work for someone, for example, you know that you turn up and then you go home and you're gonna get a steady paycheck no matter what happens. You're contracted to make 16 grand a year or whatever it is, right? And then if you're an entrepreneur of any type, there's so much uncertainty, but you could make 2 times as much depending on your work ethic or your creativity. Yeah.
The best time to do a lot of that is like before you have kids or like your wife and stuff.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you can't be telling people dive in the deep end, go broke when you got like 3 kids to feed. No.
It's too late.
No, that's too late. They have to take a different approach.
Yeah.
When you're younger, all in.
Yeah.
All in.
You have
dive,
to, right?
Jump in the deep end.
Like sacrifice your 20s basically.
You can sacrifice it.
Yeah.
But make sure you did the pros and cons. Oh yeah, talk about the pros and cons.
Yeah.
What made me start is
Of
like,
trading, me.
yeah, I was like, okay, what are the pros? I says oh, this is a big one. Let's say it takes me an hour to get to work and an hour back. If I don't have to go to work an hour back, out of all the working days in a year, I save 21 days of hours worth not traveling to work and back extra that I can use.
Yeah.
21 days. I think it's 500.
To learn, to
do anything else you want.
Anything, yeah.
I said I've got extra 21 days worth of hours.
Yeah.
Extra on top if I don't have to travel. That was like one pro, which was amazing.
Yeah.
And then the other pro was like, let's say I earn 20,000 a year of trading, but I earn in British pounds, and I go to like a third world country.
Like Jamaica.
Yeah. Or like Greece.
Or Greece. Bro, does that look like a third world country to you? Look, that's my dad's place right there.
Just third world as fuck.
Yeah, it is kind of third world. Look, they got cars. That's like a 2012 car, bro.
Damn.
That was brand new.
You must get all the girls.
Yeah.
No, but what's it called?
But it's true that you live on the exchange rate, right? Yeah, you make pounds in the third world country.
And you have the freedom to travel because you haven't got a destination to.
You have an office to go into.
No, that was another pro.
Yeah.
And then the other pro was that it's kind of pandemic proof.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know was the coronavirus. It's more, it's kind of like, you know, people got their pension. This is like there's something called, you heard of dividends?
Yes.
Basically, make it simple. You own a stock for £1, they might pay you 3% a year of that. Whether either it's semi-quarterly, twice a year, or every quarter, which is 4 times a year. So that 3% will be divided by 4 times, or twice, or you get paid once a year. So if you have enough in your account, they're paying you the fact that you have the stock. So if you've got, let's say 1 million, I think you get 30,000. That's 3%. I think a year of doing nothing. People think you just invest. No. You get paid. You can get paid off just having the money in there.
Yeah.
And this other one with crypto as well.
It was like a pyramid scheme, right?
Whoa. Oh yeah, actually, talk about that pyramid scheme you're telling me about.
Okay.
Tell me.
So let me finish my point.
Okay.
Isn't it kind of like, so if I put 1 million, that's a big chunk, and I'm going to get a tiny chunk, like twice quarterly. It's like, how long is it going to take for me to actually get my money back?
Hey, do you know that Bitcoin and stuff?
Yeah.
It depends how much it goes up.
That's true.
So if I bought it for
like
£1, if I bought it for £1,
yeah,
and I get 3% of £1,
yeah,
and then it went to £1,000,
yeah,
you'll make that percentage. The percentage stays the same roughly, and it changes depending on the company's performance. But it's like Bitcoin. It costs. Let's say we got for 100, you got 1,000 of them.
yeah,
and I'm gonna make it up. Let's say you're getting £50 a year. Now it's like 40 grand. You might be getting 8,000 a year.
Yeah.
Off just having it.
Yeah.
Just having it.
Yeah.
8,000, maybe 2,000.
Or you could sell it as well.
Yeah.
Like when it's high, you can sell it.
But it's like you know the pension you wait.
Yeah.
This is paying you.
Yeah.
As you have it.
Yeah.
Throughout the year.
Yeah.
So you can actually, like, it's called passive income, of course, where you have it and it's paying you off the dividends, which is like the reward for having this stock in our company. And basically they're paying you to stay in, like, so you don't like make anything collapse.
Yeah.
Crypto is they got one called it's called stacking where you can get 3, 4% or 2%. They don't call it dividends in crypto. They call it stacking.
Okay.
But you can get paid as you invest. It's not just take it out and spend the money. You can get paid. They pay you.
Okay.
Depending on the stock and stuff.
Okay. But yeah, you wanted me to talk about that.
The pyramids. You told me about this woman said.
Alright. she's a very nice woman. Yeah. Like she's from Northern Ireland and she comes to my coffee shop. She gets a coffee, and I was talking to someone about something, and she overheard and she jumped in, and she said something about trading. I was like, yeah, I'll do some trading, and she was like, oh, you should check out this page, Cash FX Group.
Cash FX.
Which is the red flag, right?
It should that's it. It's legit. That name, you might as well call it Mercedes Benz Ferrari.
Yeah.
Cash.
Make
money,
cash quick FX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I'm basically there's a. Do you know how trading's got more famous now? There's a lot of scammers.
Yeah. A lot of gurus.
A lot of pretend gurus.
Yeah.
They have no strategy.
Yeah.
All they do is put it on the chart from 10 years ago. I would have from here.
Yeah.
I would have got when it
Is
came
that what
up
they
here.
do? Is that what they do?
Yeah. And they do a lot of this.
What do you mean?
No. There's the hand gestures and this. And my favourite one. This guy threw money at the screen.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Or if you've watched a lot of like YouTube adverts, sometimes they're like hey you see my suit? Do you see my Ferrari? Do you see my house? That could be you.
Bro, you should do those adverts. You'd be very successful.
Yeah, scamming. Yeah, I'll be killing it. But it's a bit too animated.
Yeah.
And they're doing unrealistic. No, actually, maybe you can do it, but someone wide-eyed like.
Yeah.
And they've been waving.
Do you know what I love? What you said.
Like peacocking.
Yeah? I love what you said, where it's like someone tells you that, oh, look at my car, look at this, look at that. What you said was, show me your strategy. What is your strategy?
I don't care about.
It's like I could say all this shit about my jiu-jitsu and you'd be like, alright, let's roll. Let's roll and let's see what it's like.
Or you're really good.
Yeah.
How much times you competed?
Yeah.
If you're that good.
Yeah.
Like if you're God's gift.
Yeah.
You must have been to one competition.
Yeah. But there's some killers that don't compete at all.
No. That's true, but a lot of the time
But it's just like show me your game. Show me your game.
A lot of time people exaggerate.
Yeah. It's just, but I've met people that are like, I don't know. You get people that like, oh, I'm a purple belt or whatever, and then you roll with them and you just smash them. It's like, okay, well, are you really a purple belt?
No, but you can't. It's a thing where they've been doing it long enough, so you can't just not give them the belt.
Yeah, which is kind of shit.
I'm
not gonna do that.
No, but what's the level like?
Yeah.
What you gotta be like Marcelo Garcia to be a black?
It's true.
What's your level? Like who's your measuring stick?
I guess it's just about knowing the system, right? Because if the guy knows the whole game, I mean, Danaher's got fucked up hips, right? So he can't even roll.
He still smash us.
He would probably
still smash us.
Yeah, he probably would still smash us. But the thing is, he can't roll. His body's not capable, but he knows the game inside and out, like more than anyone. Or there's other people that know it as much as him.
That's why I think there's a thing where some people are good trainers and some people are good athletes.
Yeah.
Not many people are both.
Yeah, it's true.
Just like but as we were talking about
what were we talking about?
We're talking about the scammers and stuff.
Yeah.
How even me, I don't like to say I'm a trader. I just I try to avoid it because people are like always one of them guys that's trying to sell me something.
Yeah.
I just want to do it for my own security.
Yeah.
Where, let's say another 10 years, I might have 12 years of experience. I must make more than £10.
What do you mean per trade?
I must be in front.
Yeah.
Money wise.
Yeah.
Because how many things you put 10 years and you don't get results?
No.
Like physical stuff.
As long as you're honest and you're getting like a correct feedback from it, then yeah. Because there's people, and I've known them. Like I used to do stand-up comedy before. Like after I left uni, I was 21. I did it until I was 23, and there was people that had been in the stand-up comedy scene for like years, right? And they were still doing it, even though it's like no one told them that they suck. Like they have no talent at all, but they stayed in it. So there's kind of a limit to that, you know. You have to get correct feedback from your environment and be really honest with yourself.
The trading thing is loss is your feedback. You can't.
If you see red,
you
can't pretend.
You can't say the jokes and stuff is like you could have your own ego, but when you see red, there's no ego or it's like I lost.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But as I said, yeah, I don't like to say I do anything to do with that because it's like I'm a scammer or I'm trying to get money over you or I'm a dodgy person.
Which is funny because you're just using your money to trade. You know what I mean?
I don't want no.
It's not like you're trying to get him to join Cash FX Group.
No, but there's a lot. You've seen a lot of the especially advertisements
Yeah.
or especially on Instagram.
Yeah.
People go to Dubai and take a picture next to a Ferrari.
It's a bit sleazy, isn't it?
Yeah, but this is the thing.
Yeah.
I think there's a Ferrari in Dubai. I don't think that's shocking.
Yeah.
Like, anyone take a picture next to a car and stuff.
Yeah.
I avoid flashy stuff
Yeah.
because it's what's it called, facade.
Yes, it's true.
Just like with hype and stuff. Hype with Bitcoin it worked, but with GameStop it went and then it dived down again.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I want more guaranteed, quiet. I can get my practice in.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
because I can't have a strategy on hype because what if you've got inside trader and it's moving already long before I get in, and when I get in it's already at the end.
Yeah. You know what that's like? It's the same as, you know, you see Jake Paul, right? That's pure hype. Logan Paul is pure hype, and they're trying to fight like Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor and stuff like that, and it's like, this is someone who's been like cultivating their craft for 25 years, and you're someone who just discovered boxing 2 years ago, and you think that because you're athletic you can beat these people.
Do you know what it is? I don't know what it is about social media, but it's like people like disrespectful
They
people.
like clout. Yeah.
No, I'm
Shit talking, clout. They like all that stuff.
me. My personality is not like that.
Yeah.
I don't want too much attention, but I don't want to like. I remember I saw a video on Instagram. This guy smashed the PS5 just for views when it first came out.
I bet you got views though.
Yeah, no,
How many
but-
views did he get?
Probably like 50,000 or
Do you
something.
think that buys him a new PS5? Probably, right?
You're not guaranteed to get paid just if you've got views.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not guaranteed.
Because YouTube has to.
No, not YouTube. No, this is Instagram.
Okay.
Some things is like I don't want that attention.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like I didn't have the best childhood,
Mm.
but I don't want to like talk about it with loads of people because I don't want every time you see me, oh, that's the boy that happened to, or
Yeah.
this situation. Oh, mwah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be pity because I don't want the type of attention on me.
Yes.
Because people use pity as a clout where, oh, I'm this oppressed. I'm this.
Yeah.
No. I'm more oppressed than you.
Yeah.
And that's like a medal of honor.
Yeah. It goes against it. Even though there's a balance, right? But if you cling to your victim status, you don't help yourself at all. You can't break out of that victimhood, and what you do is you end up wearing it as, like you said, as a badge of honor. You end up wearing it like a coat, and you walk around with it, and you think it's going to protect you, but it doesn't protect you. Because the thing is that the same, like the reason that you were a victim at any point in your life, and people are mostly victims in their childhood, is because you're at your most vulnerable, you're at your most naive, so people can take advantage of you, right? So if you take that victim identity that you forged through your innocence in your childhood, and you carry it into your adulthood, you're not safe. People think that they're safe because they do that, but you're not safe because guess what? Life is always malevolent. Like the universe is always trying to eat you. You know that, but the way that you become safe is by cultivating strong character.
It's a cruel world.
It's a cruel world, and you don't shield yourself by claiming victim status. You shield yourself by fortifying your character, by becoming independent, by becoming strong psychologically, emotionally, knowing yourself, your unconscious drives and desires. That's how you truly become strong.
Can I give you an example? If you've ever been to like a third world country, like where you're from, or even where I'm from,
I'm not from a third
there's a different level of thick skin, because in certain places like racism's normal. Like that's just how they talk, or they're very no PC. Like even when I went to Germany, they were not PC at all. They didn't. People were drinking at 10 a.m.
What were they saying to you? Like, were they being racist or something?
No, they'll make like jokes and stuff, but they didn't do it in a mean way.
Okay.
And then I made jokes towards them.
Yeah.
But it was it wasn't negative. They were just being friendly. That's how they are. It's just like if you talk to any Irish guy, they roast you as soon as you see them.
Yeah.
That's how they are.
Yeah.
They don't mean it in a mean way, but they they like to pick fun at you.
Yeah.
But that's normal somewhere else. I can't take my first world like, oh, you can't say that.
Yeah.
We're privileged over here.
Yeah.
You go to other places where everybody knows someone who's died, or people just have guns and they've killed people before.
Like human life is not expensive. It's cheap.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Or like this, it's like do you know how the police, we can say fuck you?
Yeah. Now they'll beat the fuck out of you.
Only in first world countries you can say that.
Yeah.
Go to
call him a pig. Get out of my face, pig.
Go to any other country in the world.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Probably they'll beat you up.
Yeah.
Probably they can kill you if you want.
They would.
They're literally above the law completely.
And that's why they took that job as well, because they want to be above the law. Yeah, like if you go to Africa, for example, it's just like fucking bribes. Thailand, if you go there, it's the same kind of thing.
You're in Jamaica, bribe.
Yeah.
No, I kind of appreciate being here because it's just like, even though I only really get racism when I go countryside, where they look at me weird. I'm like, oh, okay, you don't like me.
Here we go again.
Okay, no, but I accept
Yeah.
I don't live in this world where everybody likes me and everybody. The role's cruel.
Yeah.
But because we're in a first world country, we don't really notice it as much.
Yeah.
We think that this is the worst thing ever. You go somewhere else, you come back and be like, hey, this place is alright.
Yeah.
This place is alright.
You know what? So I'm listening to a Carlos book at the moment. I told you before. You know who Carlos is?
Yeah,
right?
that's light skin guy.
Yeah. So
Good Morning Britain sometimes.
Yeah, he does everything. He does a lot of videos. I think he was a grime artist for a while, and he does social commentary basically. And he grew up in Hackney in the middle 80s, and he says that he was one of the last people to experience racism, even though he got called all these terrible things at school and stuff like that.
I've been called it. We've been called it.
Yeah, even me, even me. I mean, and theoretically I'm white, but so he was saying that it's kind of on the way out. But the interesting thing is that racism or disadvantage is not strictly confined to a racial identity or gender. It's confined to poverty basically. If you're poor, that's the people that are disadvantaged. The poor people, the biggest predictors of high IQ are good nutrition and medical care or vaccinations at a young age. So I think that tells you a lot, because IQ is the biggest predictor of success. So if you cannot guarantee, or if children that live in poverty have lower IQs, that means that they cannot break out of poverty. So I guess our role as a society is not to redistribute wealth and give it to all the people that don't have it, because it's going to happen have you seen Chappelle's show where the black people get the reparations back?
Yeah. I think they went to the Mercedes-Benz dealership.
Yeah, they all line up outside the liquor store, and then there's the guy driving the truck, and then the reporter comes up with a mic and he's like, "Oh, are you gonna quit your job now that you got your reparations? Are you gonna quit your truck driver job?" I was like, I ain't no truck driver. I just bought this baby straight up cash, and I've got enough cigarettes to feed me and my family for the next 6 generations or something. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen, because the ugly truth is that poor people are poor to an extent because also they don't know how to handle money. So even if you gave them £1 million, they would just find ways to just fuck it off and then end up in debt. It's not like they are poor because someone's holding money from them. It's just that they have money, but they don't actually know how to handle it.
There's a lot of factors in there. The biggest factors were especially poor people. Most of them don't have their dad around them, especially black people, because I think it's the government. They reward
the welfare state.
Yeah, they reward the woman to get rid of you and stuff.
Yeah.
So it makes it a thing where you get in an argument I don't need you.
Yeah, because they don't really need you.
When before it was we need each other, but now it's I don't need you, I'll be looked after.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And then you get egotistical and you're like, go on, then do it. And she's like, fine. And then you're out of the house.
And then especially where I used to live in Croydon.
Yeah.
I used to live in Croydon before.
Yeah. Shout out Croydon.
Yeah, hey.
Ends. I'm from Sutton, so.
We found a male father figure.
Yeah.
And Mr. MC Murder Death, huh? He's on drugs.
Yeah.
He's getting money and stuff, and that's like a father figure.
Yeah, definitely.
But this is the thing that a lot of people, I don't know what it is about the council or government. They put a basketball court in the area and put a new pavement and think that fixes the area. So the kids, they get a new basketball court or football 5-a-side.
Yeah.
And people need to still make money. They're still poor.
Yeah. People need like a reason, right?
No, it's just like a facade. It's just like,
yeah.
we painted this over this. It's like, come on.
Even though there's like sociological studies behind that. There's this guy, I can't remember who came up with it, but do you know Rudy Giuliani?
Yes.
He's Trump's I think he's the legal advisor, but he was mayor of New York in the mid to late 80s, and that was when New York was like so rough, right? And like if you go to any part of it, you're likely to just get killed. There was crack, there was everything. It was during the crack days, and he introduced this policy. It's called the broken windows theory, where if you have an area that's got broken windows and busted up shit and graffiti, what you do is clean it up and it brings down the crime rate. So there's some utility to that. However, but you need to get to the root cause, because what's going to happen is that people are just going to use that basketball court to sell drugs and graffiti over it and do everything and do crack there.
No, it's like a band-aid.
Yeah.
It's an infected wound that needs like maybe antibiotics.
Yeah, yeah.
And you cover
Just
it.
cover it up.
Yeah.
I can't see it now. It's alright.
Yeah, and
yeah.
it looks nice for tourists going, oh, look, it looks nice.
Yeah.
But they're not really fixing anything.
No.
It's just like, especially black people. We will complain about something, and they know what happened. Nike will release a shoe that says black something, and we're happy with that.
Yeah.
So we didn't fix anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, we're gonna have Black History Month. Isn't it part of history?
That's why I got you on the podcast, by the way. It's Black History Month.
It's part of history.
I don't like Black History Month. I think that's a dumb shit.
No. They need to. We're part of history.
I'm gonna elaborate on that later, just so I don't sound massively racist.
Yeah. He already cancelled already. Don't worry. You must say the N-word now.
I might as well. Fuck it. I'm going out with a bang.
What's it called? What was I saying?
So you were saying about the
Black
History.
A lot of that bit, especially the way it's taught, is that slavery, beatdowns, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, George Floyd.
You.
Me.
Yeah.
Every other culture or race has, back in 1200.
Like a rich ethnic history,
right?
Yeah.
Us is like, we did nothing. I think it's from 1500 the slavery thing happened.
Yeah.
They don't tell us history before.
No, they don't. And that's my problem with Black History Month. That it's not really Black history.
No, it's just
it's slavery. It's the history of slavery. That's what you learn.
So every other culture goes back to BC.
Yeah.
But us, it's like you lot got beaten up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Anne Frank and Henry. That's all we got beaten up. That's it.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything else.
Yeah.
We must have existed before.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I had Michael Nathan Pepper on the podcast. It was like the first one we did over the phone.
Oh, that smart guy.
He's so smart, man.
And he's
so
a good
smart.
fighter too.
Yeah. His taekwondo's amazing, man. He can head kick you like from if he's touching your nose with his nose. He can head kick you.
He's a black belt as well.
Yeah, in taekwondo. But yeah, basically.
And in politics.
He's one of the smartest people and most like intellectual people I know.
I love his unbiased.
Yeah.
It's hard to find people.
And he's read everything. He's like, yeah, I know this book, I've read that book. So he has such a well-balanced view of the whole world. But what he was saying is that in Black History Month, like you said, you're just learning about black people's oppression and struggle to liberate themselves from the white man. And obviously you're going to view yourself in that victim lens if that's what your history is. But you don't learn about the kingdoms of Nigeria and the kingdoms of South Africa.
I know funny. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that shit.
I didn't know it's funny.
And I still don't. I don't know much about
this
it.
This is the funny thing. We enforce it. Our own people enforce the Black History Month. Like, it's our month. So, you know what it's like? It's a pity thing. Like, you lot got your month. The rest of the year is normal history.
Yeah.
So, we get a month, and the rest of the year is everyone else's.
Like, the white history teacher at the end of Black History Month was like, yes, I can go back to real shit.
Yeah, let's go back to normal history.
Yeah.
It's like, Oriental history is normal, and white, and the brown, Indian, Asian is normal.
Yeah.
But us, it's like, special month. This is your little month.
Yeah.
Mwah. We're gonna go to normal history after.
Yeah.
It's just history.
And I guess it radicalizes people as well, because imagine you're there and you're getting taught by a white teacher about. It just reinforces these categories.
My great granddad, he beat your dad up.
Yeah. It reinforces those categories because you're learning about racial distinctions, you're learning about this history of violence and oppression, and you're living as if it still applies. And I'm not saying that it doesn't, that it's completely not in our society anymore.
We're so concentrated on that when there's more to us. It's just like, for example, I'm not saying this is true, but you heard of a guy called Hannibal in Roman times.
Oh no.
Basically, he took over most of Italy.
Okay. Like an emperor.
Yeah, and he was from North Africa, and they said it was a white guy from North Africa with elephants and stuff. And but 2,000 years ago, I don't think there was even white guys in North Africa. They're probably dark as Mike.
Yeah.
He took over most of Italy, and he just I'm trying to not say the wrong thing because history, innit? You don't want to be like, oh no, that didn't happen. Basically, they made out that he's like a light-skinned Arab guy.
Okay, but he was black.
But 2,000 years ago in Africa, like
2,000 years ago,
we weren't as mixed as now.
But there was like Greeks and stuff down there who were dark-skinned people, but
but they're making out like they're blue-eyed and they're from High Brislington. And this is the thing: the country's like 50 Celsius, 40 Celsius.
Yeah. It's like saying
you
can't have.
It's like saying
Harry.
Yes. It's like saying there's a bunch of really really dark guys in like
North
Scotland.
Pole. Yeah.
And stuff. And North Pole, and you'd be like. How did you get? You must have travelled there because how could you get that dark in that environment when it's so? Yeah. So basically
So this guy was a brother, and he went and he conquered Italy.
I'm not saying that, but he wasn't white.
Okay.
They a lot of history they made out just like the Jesus stuff is where.
Yeah.
They said the Romans went to this is it Jerusalem?
Yeah.
Or something. The Romans didn't. Jesus must have been one of the locals.
He was. I mean, he was.
Yeah. He wasn't Roman.
No, he wasn't Roman.
I'm just saying.
He was a Jew.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, but if it's 50 Celsius, it can't be like
He's dark.
pale.
He's dark.
It doesn't even make sense.
He's at least olive skinned.
At least.
At least olive skinned.
At least, but I question stuff more because I look at that and then you look at the Jesus on the wall and stuff and he's blue-eyed and stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously when you get older and then you think and then you watch stuff and you're like 50 Celsius.
But you know what's funny about that? That when you go to, have you seen 21 Jump Street?
Yeah.
You know where they got Korean Jesus?
Yeah.
That shit's actually real. Like they have Korean Jesus in Korean churches, but it's because Jesus became like a symbol of like the transcendent, right?
It's a whole other subject.
It's something that you aim for. Like Jesus was like the perfect human, for example, that everyone should strive to be like. So it makes sense that if you live in Korea, you don't want to put some fucking Mediterranean guy on your wall, so you put a Korean Jesus on your wall.
There was a quote from Napoleon. I'm not the most religious person. He says, I'm probably gonna mess it up. He said, without religion, they would have killed us. Napoleon.
Referring to what?
Poor people.
Okay.
They used it because he said that's how there's not many ways you can get 10,000 guys to rush another 10,000 guys. Because in the armies, one side says God wants us to win, the other side God wants us to win.
Yeah.
Without that, you're gonna be like, I don't want to be at the front line of 10,000.
But sometimes you do it because it's right.
No, but you need a bit of the religion to make you fight a bit harder and stuff. But Napoleon said it. He said without it they would have killed us with like richer people. Yeah. Just like I think it was in Russia. They did that. Was it called Red October? No, where was that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, in France. I'm messing it up. There's a point in history where they killed the rich people. Do you know what it was? It
must have been like the Russian Revolution.
Yeah, I think so. There was a point where Napoleon was saying basically, we need the religion to make sure that people do what we tell them to.
Yeah.
You're gonna get what we have when you die.
Yeah.
We got it now, but you get it when you die.
Which is like going to heaven. That's.
Yeah, it's like you get to be like me when you die, and I get that now.
But you see, this is like how, because spirituality and religion come from the same thing, but they're almost like two different things. Because organized religion becomes corrupt and it becomes hierarchical, and it's like you have layers of like people. You have the Pope, and you have like him underneath him, and then
with African preachers, which oh my god.
And it becomes a money making thing, which I'm not against money, but I think that something as fundamental and accessible to all human beings as religion, as spirituality, should not be charged really, because it's accessible to everyone. You know what I mean? Like the Buddha wasn't charging people for like lectures and stuff, and neither was Jesus. But for me, the Catholic Church or any Christian church is not really a representation of Jesus Christ, who is, let's not forget, the symbol of Christianity. Like, Christianity is to live as Christ. And how did Christ live? He didn't have attachments. He loved everyone. He fed everyone. And he talked about how to enter the kingdom of heaven, which essentially was enlightenment, which is how the Buddha termed it, right? And all religions, or all, shall I say, spiritual like teachers throughout the world and throughout history talk about this state that you can attain. And that's really all there is. Everything else is just it's just show. You know what I mean? Like all these processions and golden chalices and fucking spending money. You don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need to go to church to get in touch with God, right? But it's just I can't remember who said it. They said that religion was the opiate of the masses.
Do you know what's funny? There's another side to it where religion was good, because humans were pretty evil. A lot of us.
I mean, all of us.
Yeah, we were pretty evil through history.
Yeah.
Think about this. Apart from slavery, the white people didn't like each other.
Yeah.
No, Asians didn't like nobody. Everyone was evil.
Yeah.
Everyone, if they could take advantage of you, they would.
Yeah.
So religion was kind of needed to make people a bit more like cooperative. So even though I'm not most religious, I understand it kind of helps society because it stopped people
from cohesive function
going off the rails.
Yeah.
Where it's like free for all.
Yeah.
They got a thing where it's like where community, we believe in the same thing.
Yeah.
We got these values where we're nice to each other and we care for each other. We kind of needed that.
But the thing is, I think if you didn't have religion, you'd still have a sense of morality. Like morality didn't come from religion. Morality is something that lives deep inside you, that's ancient.
But there's a bit extra. Remember we talked about how some people are the hero in their own story, where I think I'm doing right, even though let's say I'm putting you down.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to put him down. It's unconsciously.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's even an argument where good and bad don't even exist.
I don't think that's true. I don't know.
No, because the world's so cruel. Like
well,
did we make up good and bad?
Okay,
because
so I think that acts in themselves are not good or evil, but I think there is good and evil, because we live in duality, right? So if there is going to be good, there's going to be evil. Otherwise, there would just be nothing. And because we are in duality, there has to be good and evil. But an act in itself cannot be solely defined as good or evil. For example, right? If there was a man attacking a child in the street looking like he was going to kill it, and you murdered that man, you've just committed an act of murder. Technically, that's an evil act in itself, but the act of murder in itself is not good or evil, unless you put a context to it. So in that context, you were committing a good thing by committing murder. Another thing I was going to say is there's a writer called Dostoevsky. I don't know if you heard of him, but he was a writer in Russia in the 18th century. And he wrote this book called Crime and Punishment. He wrote another series of great books.
Did he go to prison?
He was in prison for a while, yeah.
I heard of him.
So in Crime and Punishment, there's one character who's 20 years old. He's nihilistic, so he doesn't believe in God. He doesn't believe in anything. He's cynical about everything in life, basically, which is what a lot of people in their early 20s are like, especially in this society.
Especially nowadays.
I was that guy because I didn't believe in God. I didn't believe in society. I didn't buy any of it until I kind of discovered martial arts and so on. And then so this guy, he's poor, he's got nothing, and he decides that he's going to murder this old woman who's very rich, who is abusive to her niece. And because she's rich and he can take the money, spend it, and give some to his mates, and her niece, who is abused by her, is going to be free of her, he thinks he won't get any moral consequences. So he goes ahead, he kills her, and then on come the moral consequences. And he suffers from like great paranoia, and he basically lives his life in hell for the remainder of the book until he confesses. And it's a really great story of it touches upon whether things can be good or bad, if there is a good or bad thing. And it's interesting because at the time that he was writing in, Russia was kind of losing its Orthodox tradition and moving towards this kind of God is dead kind of approach, right? And religion was being faded out. So he essentially predicted the events of the 20th century and the 19th century, like the communist revolution, all that bloodshed. He predicted that in his writings, which is kind of crazy.
That's a good segue. Let's talk about the communism and.
Do you mean the UK?
Both, like UK, America, even China.
Well, we live in a communist society right now.
Very.
We do.
The dictatorship, like almost.
I mean, there's like a universal basic income that most people have, and there's really strict totalitarian rules that tell you when you can and can't move out of your house, and you have to wear a certain garment to go into places, even though there's no scientific evidence to suggest that garment does anything. To me, it's very totalitarian.
My opinion on it is that especially in like UK especially, they're just warming us up to this. I'm not saying dictatorship, but they're kind of like pushing this where you're going to like. Did you hear about the quarantine hotel thing?
Well, after you come back from holiday.
You come back, you have to pay 1,750 for your own hotel.
Yeah.
Or if you break another rule, something around that, you can get up to 10 years in prison. And then I was like, whoa.
What was that rule? I heard about that.
It's about travelling from breaking quarantine.
Oh yeah, if you break your quarantine.
Yeah, and you come from.
So if you come back and you're meant to be quarantining and you go out, you can. Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah.
They basically.
Or you probably pay a fine. They probably have that in place.
Yeah,
as well.
Probably. But I think they're passing rules and gearing us up for this.
Yeah.
Dictatorship almost like. Yeah. Remember, it can't happen overnight. They couldn't have said, oh, it's normal. Oh, everything's locked down. Fines.
You
can
go
snitch on
out.
your neighbour. It'll be alright.
Nah.
Just like remember before Christmas, they were like, "Oh, we're going into tier 3. I mean 4.
Yeah.
Like, oh, where did 4 come from?
full lockdown.
They planned that.
Yeah.
That's not pretend. They planned that.
They take millimeters at a time. Yeah.
And to just make you used to it.
Yeah.
I hope more people are aware of this because I don't want them to just be blind because just like with the coronavirus, they told you that if you don't take the vaccine, you're going to kill your whole family and your grandma.
Yeah.
How are you going to feel?
Yeah.
And they're trying to guilt tripping you, injecting yourself.
Yeah.
When the numbers are apparently if you're under 75, there's like a 99-point-something% chance.
But wait, yeah. So if you're scared of killing your grandma, why not make grandma take the vaccine?
Yeah, no, but
why does everyone not take the vaccine? I wouldn't have to take it.
No, but the other thing as well is that what really annoys me is that why do you care about your grandparents now?
Yeah. Yeah, you haven't spoken to your grandparents.
No. I mean, like every other disease, when you're around your grandma and you're sick, she'll be like, "I want to look after you. That's you're sick."
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, now
because
you care about your grandma.
This is supposedly fatal towards these people, which is whatever. This is fair enough.
Fair enough.
However, I think that this COVID thing is a perfect storm between. There is a real pandemic, right?
Yeah, facts.
There's a real respiratory illness. Just like there always is, there's always respiratory illnesses, usually coming out of intensive agriculture, like intensive farming and all this kind of stuff. And this time it was a wet market. Swine flu was pig farms. H1N1, which was bird flu, that was chicken farms. It's always happening, right? But the thing is that we have a crumbling health service that has been slowly dismantled over the years by the government that are now bigging it up so much. Like the Tories love the NHS all of a sudden when they've been trying to privatise it for ages and ages and ages. And also we have a lack, or we have a really poor public health. Like as a society, I think Charlie Tumble was saying something like 60% of UK adults are overweight or obese. So think about that. Think about what coronavirus is going to do, because statistically, if you're overweight, you're more likely to suffer complications or die from coronavirus. So it's obvious. But then what do? Do you accept all these limitations on your life Because for me, I had COVID. I was sick for like 3 days, not even that badly, like a cold, and then I was swinging kettlebells on the 4th day. But that's me. I looked after my health, my diet, everything. So if everyone was a bit more responsible and everyone was a bit more accountable, we wouldn't have to give up all of our personal freedoms. But because we're scared and we're naive and we're infantile, we think to ourselves that daddy's going to protect us. We think that, okay, take my keys to my car, take everything. As long as I can live forever, then everything's going to be fine.
Let's talk about the health thing about exercise and stuff.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people during lockdown, they told me about they have a friend or something that's gained weight and stuff and just been staying in the house and stuff. When it comes to weight and stuff, people make excuses, but just like I was talking about training earlier, about what makes you start it, there's only benefits. There's 100% benefits exercise.
But it's hard.
There's no, it is hard, but all of us must have went through that at one point where... but we chose to exercise at one point. And we chose to continue.
Yeah.
Obviously, for bigger people, it's harder, but we all have issues in life and we have to be our own remember I said cheerleader. You have to be your own cheerleader sometimes because your friend's saying, go do it.
Yeah.
Isn't going to do anything.
I'm tired of being the cheerleader for people, man.
No, they have to be their own cheerleader. Just like I was my own cheerleader to be like, I like security where I can, if I get good at trading eventually, I'm pandemic proof. I save, let's say about an hour to work, an hour back.
Like starting jiu-jitsu and everything, you were your own cheerleader.
Yeah. I have to.
But not everyone thinks that way. People,
No.
People are fucking bitches, man.
I used to do I do a bit of meditation where I'm a person. I plan the next 2-3 years, 24/7. I don't plan a week, 2 months in advance, because it makes you aim low. So I always meditate to myself about where I'm going to be in 2 years constantly. So I'm always like edging myself forward, like, hey, you're supposed to be here in 2 years. Hey, like,
do you write things down? Like, what's your process on that?
My process.
Or do you just mentally have it in there?
I just mentally have it, and because I don't live in a nice area, I just look outside. And I want to go do some work. I just look out the window, I see a fight, I see a screen, I'm like, let me read a book.
But the thing is, like, you're an exception because you're conscious, right? You're thinking about consequences, you're thinking about direction.
It's the years that helps you. You can think about that, but I think about it the years.
Yeah. But most people don't think beyond today. They're just like, how do I get high today? And that's what they're thinking about. And there's a lot of people, that's probably the majority of people in society.
That's the thing. You have to accept that everybody is not this ambitious.
Yeah.
Some people like very simple. It's just like do you know how they say a lot of third world country people want to come to the UK and stuff.
Like what I did.
Yeah. A lot of people, if you go to these countries, some people are just happy.
Yeah.
Even though it's not the best.
Yeah.
And a lot of people go to the UK. They're just content and they love where they are.
Yeah.
Because happiness and contentness doesn't mean, oh, I can get iPhone 12 or they're happy with their circumstances.
Yeah.
Some of them are happy. It's not all the time that they're just, oh, I hate it here. I can't wait to go to the UK.
Yeah, it's true.
Because I've met a lot of people. I even went to Jamaica. A lot of us came to the UK in the 40s, 50s. A lot of us said, I ain't going nowhere. I love it here.
Yeah.
But I don't like that thing where it's like everybody wants to. Okay, if it's a war zone like Syria, hey. But just the average third world country. Not everybody just wants to come over. Some people are happy because when you go there, certain places, especially the Caribbean, they're happy to be there. They're like, I don't want to. I love it.
It's sunny.
I love it.
You have neighbours. You have like.
When I went to Morocco, they were happy there. The people were happy.
Yeah.
They were very. Yeah, they were just very happy people. They prayed. They were just. Even the stereotype about like Muslims and stuff. They're some of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. They don't Muslims. They're some of the nicest people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
The news says something else, but when I meet them, they're the most humble. They really want to help you. Even when I went to Morocco, if they see you're a foreigner, they'll be like, "Come to my house. Do you want some tea? Like, where are you from?"
Yeah.
And in the UK, it's also come to my house and be like, "Police!"
I'm
like,
killed.
imagine you said to a girl, "Hey, come to the house," and be like.
But isn't it funny how, like, so for example, in Greece, on the island that I live on, there's no black people, right? So my grandmother, she's scared that... She's scared that I'm gonna get like somehow attacked or something by black people, and here I am having an interview.
I should be on a pirate ship with the iPad and come towards the island and be like, tell your grandma to look outside.
No, she'd die, bro. But you know what's funny about her? Like she grew up in the Congo, bro. When she was 10 years old, World War II happened, or when she was 10 years old, she went refugee to the Congo, which was under Belgian control at that time. So she spent like 2 or 3 years in Africa, like had African friends. She learned like how to speak Congolese. She says a couple phrases and stuff, but she still has this attitude about black people. But I guess it's the movies she watches. She watches like Bad Boys 2 and stuff like that.
This is the thing that especially with like white people and stuff. You lot are French, German. You lot identify different people. We're just like black.
Yeah.
We're the same.
Yeah.
We don't have. We're different people on different parts.
But this is what I was gonna say. So
we're not all just black.
So you, where my grandmother would look at someone who is black as someone and then like you were saying about viewing Muslims and being like, they're not how I thought either, and it's like, I mean,
no, because if you grew up around somebody, racism doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It dies once you're around.
That's the beautiful thing about London. I think that London is probably the most
multicultural place ever.
The most successful multicultural experiment ever conducted, I'd say, because everyone gets along. Everyone's fine. I love going to fucking Turkish shops. You go get your Chinese food. You go get your curries. You get everything.
I like meeting different people, meeting the same boys. Remember I told you I like uncertainty and I like a bit of adventure.
Yeah.
I like meeting different people because you're going to learn something 100%.
Yeah.
And plus, I like learning.
It's true. You're very open. Like
you through my life experiences, I'm not where I want to be in life yet, so I have to be open. I have to be open because I'm not where I want to be yet.
Do you think that place exists?
No.
It doesn't
exist.
exist.
It doesn't exist.
It's
I know, it's illusion, isn't it?
It's like you're in a desert and you see like the pool of water and it's just like 10 more steps.
Yeah, and you
get 10 more steps, it's 10 more steps away again.
Yeah, and you got the 4 10s in there waiting for you.
Yeah.
Got curry goat. And you know what happens? You just keep doing this.
Yeah, exactly. It keeps going at the same distance that you get to it.
It's good you bang up. It's pretend, but it's something to wake up in the morning and go towards.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if there was something to end, just like remember Tyson Fury, he got the title and then he got depression.
Yeah.
If you never really meet your, I'm not gonna say meet your goal, but get to the destination you really want to get to.
Yeah.
It doesn't really demotivate you, but like Tyson Fury, he got to it. I'm the champion, and then he just like slumped.
It's called like winner's depression or something. A lot of people have had that.
I prefer I prefer to get to my goal 99%.
Yeah, and just adjust it, because I think that's what it's about. Because like the logical thing for Tyson Fury to do is to win the title. I'm not judging or like it's not up to me to say what great men should have done or whatever. But you could say from an outsider's perspective is that once you win the title, you make a new goal. I want to defend the belt more times than anyone else, or like I want to be the best human to hold the belt. I want to be like Muhammad Ali, and I want to be remembered by everyone. And that's kind of what that's become his new mission in a way. Because he's not going to break the record for title defenses because he's not active enough.
Yeah.
But
these boxers aren't active. Back in the day, you had 7 fights a year. Now it's like 1 fight a year, maybe.
Yeah. But what he's doing, like he gave his whole purse to a mental health charity. That's crazy in the best way possible. And it seems like he's got a new goal, and that's what you need to do. You need to keep renewing that goal. You need to get to that 2-year deadline and be like, okay, I came this far, now I want to like reach up to here. And then essentially you're gonna die trying to get to the top of that mountain, but you're never gonna get up there. But it's okay.
Do you know what's funny? Me personally, if I ever was able to come to excess amount of money, the first people I help is the people that supported me from day one. Like I remember when I worked at Asda, at Old Kent Road, the cheapest road in Monopoly. The customers were vile to me. And I met the most loveliest customers sometimes.
Yeah.
And I told them I do a master and they were so supportive of me, and they kept asking me, how are you? They said, do you want something on break? And they were just customers, they were buying me stuff.
That's nice, man.
And it was like an emotional support of a lot of these toxic people.
Yeah.
Just wanting...
That's like near Camden, right?
No.
Where's Old Kent Road?
Do you know Elephant Castle?
Oh, yeah.
there's a big long road
Okay.
that goes all the way to Greenwich.
Okay.
Under the Thames, there's a big long road. You've got Greenwich, you've got Peckham, no, and then Elephant Castle, Brixton. Basically, just under the river.
Cool.
Yeah. The
So that's who
the
you help
emotional
those
support.
people? Yeah. Do you have contact with those people still?
No.
Okay.
But the emotional support they gave me carried me through the day. Because I wanted to snap on these customers. Because I had customers. This is my favorite customer. This is my favorite customer. Woman, she said, I had to help her scan alcohol. I said, can I scan your alcohol? She was like, oh, hurry up. I was like, cool, I walked off. She said, what, is it because I'm black?
Well, she said that.
Yeah, and then
you're trying to do that. It's like that meme with Julia Roberts when she's doing the maths in her head, isn't it?
And then I was like, I'm black too, you clown. And then she told the manager that I'd been racist to her. And then the manager walked up to me and said, Michael, where are you from? Oh, my parents are from Jamaica. Forget about it. And he walked off. I should have said yes. Are you racist? I should have said yes.
Yeah, I am.
And then another guy said, a Somalian guy said to me too. And then I was like, what are you, like, them people just say it all the time.
Yeah.
They just say it to everybody.
Yeah.
They just say it to everybody. Because if you look at me, I might look like I got a bit something else in me, but I must have a bit 1% black. I must have a little bit.
Yeah.
Just, and then I had a woman attack me because she didn't do something correct and she paid already. So I'm gonna go to the accounts upstairs and send her the money. No, so the emotional support from the customers really helped me. They were really supportive of me. They were
like angels, innit?
Oh my God, they made work so pleasant.
Yeah.
So pleasant. And if I ever saw them again and I had excess money, I'd have to give them money. Just for that support is worth £1 million. Support is priceless.
It makes you think about how you could give it back as well in life, right?
No, that support, I want to give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
I'd love to give to somebody else.
And you will, because what's happening now is, like, how old are you now? 24?
25.
Like, so the older you get, then you're going to start to get to that age where, like, how old was your brother when he told you to go into these various fields?
My brother was 11 years older than me.
Okay.
He was like 25. And he was telling me, hey, I don't know what these traders do, but they make millions.
But that's the thing.
At the low end, they might make 50, 40 grand a year, but they're at home. That's madness.
Yeah. And also, you know what, like, like the food that I'm selling in the gym, this stuff here, right?
Yeah, I'm jealous.
All the boxes up there, don't worry, I made you some food today.
Hey.
Like, in order for me to make £250 profit, I have to spend £40 or something. Like, it's not like that with trading. Like, it's money that you make without having to spend money, essentially. But my point was that now that you're coming to maturity, younger people are going to come to you for, like, inspiration and guidance, and you can give that back, and that's almost how you just pay it forward, you know what I mean? And it don't cost you nothing, it's just like a little bit of encouragement, like, yeah bro, just keep going. Like, literally everything we've been talking about, just tell them, just put the time in, 10-year rule, all that kind of stuff.
Embrace losses.
Yeah.
Embrace failure.
Yeah.
Don't even though they're trading and everything, stop expecting to be Floyd Mayweather in everything.
Yeah.
That's just him.
Yeah.
This is the thing that let's go back to trading quickly.
Yeah.
That made me better. When I was losing. Then I started to say why I lost. Then I lost less.
What, because you recognise why you lost?
Yes. Before I was losing. Then I started to be, why did I lose? I'm not gonna do that no more. 20% of my losses don't exist no more.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't do that no more. Another 20% don't exist no more.
Yeah.
So it's getting less and less and less.
Yeah.
So my chance of error is a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Not 100%, but I'm less likely to lose. That's with anything. Just like we do jiu-jitsu. You taught me more the top control and stuff of like dominance, and I showed you more of the leg locking stuff. You have to be open to learn and feed off each other because you'll be more complete. You'll be more complete in general.
And someone who you smack on the mats can teach you something. Like someone who you actually just like take full advantage of whenever you roll with them, they can show you something. And that's the other thing that people don't consider. Like they get to this ego stage, right? like Michael Nathan Pepper again. He was saying that when he was he told me the story off the podcast, but he was saying that he went to train at some gym. I can't name it.
Oh, extra footage. Oh, actually, I think I know.
Yeah, and he was saying that he was doing like some wrestling drills with one of the guys who was a black belt, but he was a black belt in gi and he was a gi specialist, but his wrestling was shit. And Michael was like giving him some advice on wrestling. The guy was like proper like dismissive of him. And you can't do that, man, because check it, Michael's been training at Titan, or had been training at Titan at that point with like, you know, world champions, and he knew some good wrestling techniques. And the guy lost an opportunity to learn because he thought that the belt that he had around him was actually him, but it's illusion. It's another form of illusion.
Can I say something jokes? When I got my blue belt at the gym, everyone was still white. More lot of you lot. I had no ego. I was still asking you lot for help. I didn't care about the belt. I was just like, okay, here you go. Hey, can you show me what you do?
Yeah.
The belt was irrelevant. My learning is bigger than the belt.
Yeah. And that's what it is. It's like that thing where it's about the journey. And we kind of talked about this already, but it's worth touching over again. Is that the belt is the fucking mirage in the desert that you're going towards. And you think that once you get it, everything's going to be fine. But then you get the belt and you're like, oh shit, I'm still here. I'm still learning. I'm still getting tapped. I still need to learn.
It's nice validation.
Yeah.
But like I said, you need to be your own cheerleader to be like, hey, these 5-6 years I put in is my validation.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah.
It's nice to get it, but it's like that validation was my time I put in.
Yeah.
More than the material.
It's a symbol of time put in, like you said. It's a symbol of competence. It's a symbol of like dedication and what you have given to the art.
But you should feel that before you get it, to be honest. Okay, white to blue, I understand. When you're new, you want your first belt.
Yeah, it's joining the club.
Yeah. When you're new, don't listen to what I'm saying. Everyone wants their first belt, regardless.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
And you get really happy, and you should, because it's an achievement.
After that, it's like I put them years I put in validate me. But I'm not gonna lie, black belt, forget what I said. I will be happy.
Yeah.
The first belt and the last
Even
belt.
like a brown belt, man. Brown belt just sounds vicious to me.
Yeah.
I get more excited for brown belt than for black belt.
Yeah, because it's almost like almost murderer.
Yeah.
Like almost a serial killer.
Or you are a serial killer, but black belt is like a Jedi.
I think Firas Sahabi said brown belt is basically a black belt.
Yeah.
You just need to.
He said that about purple belts. He said like if you get a purple belt.
He said that's an advanced belt.
Yeah.
Oh, you watched the same thing? What?
I think so. Yeah. Where he was like, if you get a purple belt, that's like you're gonna get a black belt. Just keep training. Yeah.
There's another guy called you know Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically he said on the fighting.
Yeah.
At purple belt, you already have a move that's a black belt already. You have one or two
Like
moves
technique.
that's already black belt. Everything else might be blue or purple, but there's a technique that you stuck with on day one that's already black belt.
Yeah.
Or brown at least.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm only black belt at the top. No,
Are you talking about your steamer footlock?
Bolt cut.
Bolt cut.
It works like a
Bolt
charm.
kata.
It works like
Lara says.
yeah. It works like a charm.
It does work like a charm.
Everybody has things about them that's more advanced
Yeah.
than everything else about them.
Yeah.
But spotting it's quite hard because someone would have to, unless you go to someone you actually ask like, what is it about me? Like, what do you like about me? What made you like me?
Yeah.
You won't really know.
Yeah, I guess you can look
Like,
at your game.
what's the advanced? No, even in life, what's the advanced part about you?
Yeah.
That's better than the rest.
But there's ways to figure that out about yourself. Like there's this thing, it's called discovering personality. Like Jordan Peterson conducted a bunch of personality studies, and other people have done as well, and they're all very consistent. So there's this quiz with like
16 personalities.
It's the same. It's a similar thing to that, but it's different because the 16 personalities give you a personality type, but they don't exactly tell you. Like I don't like the way they rank it. It's not very clear to me the categories that they give, even though this gives exactly the same data, but they collate they present the data in a more digestible form. So for example, so this is like discovering personality. That's where I did it through.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got actually like it's a free lecture series. It's a lecture series, right? If you give me your email, I'll pass it on to you, and then you can do your personality test on there, and it ranks you along the major 5 traits of personality, which are openness, industriousness, neuroticism, which is So openness is like openness to experience, openness to like new information. Industriousness is like how hardworking you are. Then neuroticism, which is your sensitivity to negative emotion. I can't remember the others now.
All I know is that you got the INTJ stuff.
Yeah.
Is it similar to that, or this is just something
it's
enhanced?
Similar to that.
This is enhanced.
It's exactly the same. It's just that, like, if I tell you I'm an ENFP, like, what does that even mean to you? You know what I mean? But so this is where this is different. So along the category of industriousness or conscientiousness, it ranks you on two subcategories, which are orderliness and conscientiousness. That's like your hard working level and your level of orderliness. As you can see from my room, I mean, it's a bit like messy now because I'm setting up for a podcast, but everything's in pretty like
studio,
orderly fashion. Yeah. Well, I must.
Room, this is studio.
So for example, in the test, it came up that I'm 88th percentile of orderliness, and in terms of industriousness, I'm 96th percentile. That means that in a room of 100 people, there's only 4 people that work harder than me, and that's me. I'm very task oriented. Do. You know what I mean?
I get it off you.
Yeah.
Especially with this right now, the studio.
Yeah, right. This is just doing shit.
And also like the food thing you're doing.
Yeah.
And also the amount of passion you put into jiu-jitsu. I can see you work harder than most.
Yeah.
Definitely, you work way harder than me.
But the thing is, it's not always clear why ranking really highly on something relates to success, right? Obviously, like, if you're highly industrious, you're going to be very good at carrying out tasks, and you're going to do a lot of stuff, but then at the same time you can become obsessive and you can sacrifice the bigger picture for a smaller thing, and that's what I do a lot. So for example, like, the bigger picture for me is to get jiu-jitsu black belt, for example, but I've trained 8 times this week and I'm going to go the 9th time, even though I don't feel like going, but because I'm so hard working, I'm going to go. And what I'm doing is I'm sacrificing the bigger picture, sacrificing a possible like horrible knee injury that's going to take me out and not have me be able to train. Do you know what I mean? So but there's also the in the other categories as well, like openness. I'd say you rank high in openness, because it's not normal for people to like, and openness is divided into creativity and intellect, I believe. Like they come under openness, and I'd say the way that you went into trading and these other avenues that you've gone into, it takes a certain degree of creativity, because no one thinks to go into trading. That's not usually an option.
It's
for
weird,
people.
isn't it?
No one thinks about that. I mean, it's like you said before. If you talk about trading, people think that you're trying to like scam them or something.
So I avoid it because, yeah.
Yeah, and then also you're studying programming as well, which like further indicates that you have like a very open attitude towards like learning things.
No, people have this thing. I remember ever since I got to college. After college, everybody's closed-minded. They're like, I don't need to. I know everything. It's almost like I know everything already.
That's crazy.
But I'm like, you got like another 50 years left.
Yeah.
So that first like 20 years is like gonna carry you. No. You need to learn the whole way.
Yeah.
Like even Joe Rogan, he brings people on his show and he's still learning.
Yeah.
Regardless of his age.
Yeah.
And he's still picking up stuff from them.
Yeah. Did you watch the Elon Musk interview that he did?
There's two.
Like he's done one like recently. Like it was the most recent one.
Recent?
Yeah, like literally like a week ago or something.
Oh, I ain't watched that one.
But it's because
This
it's
is
on
the third
Spotify.
one.
It's hard to keep up with it. Like I haven't listened to barely any because it's on Spotify.
And you're on Spotify.
Huh? You own Spotify.
No, and you're on Spotify.
And I'm on Spotify. I'm on YouTube now, bitch. We made a swap. No, but he had this guy on, Andrew Schultz, who's a comedian, and he was like,
he's funny.
He's hilarious.
Oh my god, I love his no PC at all.
Yeah. He just says it how it is. But he was saying like, do you ever get intimidated by a guest? And he's like, yeah, when someone really smart comes on, like when Elon Musk comes on, he's telling me how we're going to get to space. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, and he's like, I'm such an ape. I'm just like, do you want to get high? It's so funny, man.
I love smarter people.
Yeah.
No, but with me, I want you to change my mind.
Yeah.
I don't like a lot of people when you argue with them, they just wait for their turn to talk.
Yeah.
So you say whatever you want, yeah. But no. I don't mind changing my mind.
Yeah.
I don't have an ego towards it. Well, I'll be like, you know what, you're right.
Yeah. The worst thing is to have a discussion or a conversation or a debate with someone who you can predict their points exactly before they say them. So they're trying to get them across to you, you'll listen. You know exact. Like for example, someone who's like a feminist, social justice.
Oh
warrior,
my god.
you know what they're gonna say. You know exactly where they stand on every single issue, right? You know where they stand on, for example, abortion, on equality, on like communism. You know where they stand. You don't need to hear their points, but they're
You wear a
gonna tell
big
you
Margaret, what's it called? A Margaret t-shirt with the you see the feminine. Don't trigger them. No, you're right. No,
Yeah.
You just
like an ideologue, basically.
yeah. You look at them, you're like, I can trigger you. Like,
yeah. Do you ever do that? Have you triggered anyone?
if I got friends close to me, I will wind you up.
You do. You do.
I will
I've seen
wind-
that happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
wind you up.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
That's jokes, man. That's
But with guys, it's a lot easier to wind up. With girls, they might take it a bit more personal.
It's true.
With guys, you just say anything. But
Some
girls,
guys take it personally as well.
I know. But there's a level. It depends how close you are.
Yeah.
It all depends on how close you are.
Yeah.
Even the most sensitive person, if you're that close, you won't take it as much.
You got to have people make fun of you. You just have to.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love. Like I remember one of my best friends in college. I loved him around me because he used to say the funniest stuff about me. The funniest stuff.
What did he
about
say about you?
I remember I said
Just roasting.
no. I remember I said my friend was like, you talking to that girl? I was like, yeah. And my friend was like, Michael's talking to girls. You don't get no girls. Like, stop it. Stop lying. Every time I said something, he just had an answer for it.
That's true.
He'll be like, I'll be like, hey, so I'm gonna. I think I tried acting at one point.
Yeah.
Or something, and he'll be like, you're ugly. Like, you can't act. No one wants to see your face.
When did you try acting?
I think how old was I? There was 2 times. One when I was 17.
Mm-hmm.
That was just. They didn't call me to come in. Whatever.
What was it, an audition or something?
Yeah. This like, let me tell you, this is the worst thing ever. I almost got scammed. I don't want to say the website in case there's defamation.
Cash effect.
No. What's it called? I saw this thing on his website and it said, okay, acting roles or modelling, whatever. They said you can get roughly around £40, £60 an hour. And I was like, zoop! So I applied. They told me to go to this place in West London, and the guy was like, oh, I like your look, and okay, I want to sign you. I was like, okay, that's quick. And then he had some documents for me, and then I took it home and I was excited. I was like, I got it. Then it said on the envelope, £150 copyright fee.
What, you had to pay that?
Yeah, so I typed in copyright fee on photos, because it says copyright on my photos and stuff, so people can't use it. And apparently, scammers use that to scam you. I think you get it by default. You already have rights on your images that you take. I don't think you need to apply or pay for your rights. You already have the rights on your photos,
on your own,
on your phone or something. And then it said £150, and then I thought back to earlier. I went there twice. The first time I went there, and the second time. The first time, a guy walked in and was like to the guy, hey, I got the money. And I was like, whatever. And then the second time, after the copyright fee, I was like, so he mentioned everything to me apart from this. Then I searched it up and it says, this is what scammers do. I read reviews about scammers said I had to pay £70 for, and it had no business. I had to pay £200. I had to spend £1,000 to get this copyright. And then I was like, oh my God, I dodged a bullet. So I never went back there again.
So what he was going to do is say, okay, you have to pay the fee and then I'm going to get you work. And he would never get you work.
Yeah.
Respect.
And the best thing is, my dad, he's a carbon copy of me, like an older version. He's very critical of stuff. So I showed it to him and he was like, scam. I didn't even look at it. Scam.
Wow.
And then I was like, why? He says, you normally, especially I think it was acting or something, they get paid, the people that show you to people, they get paid of what the people that you go to pay you. You don't pay them first and then go to the people. So basically, that person that you go to,
Yeah.
they pay you, and then you pay the person.
Okay, it's not you giving the money first.
No, you don't give them money, and
Okay.
then
So you never actually acted when this happened? Like, you didn't get to act?
no.
But then, what about the second time? Did you get to act then?
No, the second time is he brought me in to look at, and he had some.
The same guy?
Yeah. He had
Why did you trust him again?
No. I didn't know.
Oh, okay. Still the first
No,
time.
I didn't know about the copyright fee.
Okay, yeah.
Then I went there. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Then red flags went off in my head. I don't know where it was. Do you know what's funny? I think it's from fighting. You have an enhanced, just like do you know when you're walking around in the mats, you know if someone's about to take you down or rush you because you feel it.
Yeah.
It's like you feel
Five
it.
cents.
You feel it to a point where you feel it mentally. You feel someone's trying to do something to you mentally, and it's like, I don't feel quite right here. There's nothing wrong with him, but there's something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about him.
instinct.
Yeah, because we get physically when we train,
Yeah.
but we have it mentally where I can look at you and be like, he's going to rush me.
Yeah.
The way they're standing, they're gonna try to take me down.
Yeah.
It's like we have like an enhanced animal instinct of I can almost read your mind just by body language. Without, I think 70% of communication is non-verbal. Is that correct?
I'm not sure.
I think the majority of
I wouldn't be
communication
surprised.
is non-verbal. It's just looking at you. Yeah, so that was when I almost got scammed and I dodged the bullet.
But would you act now? Like, would you?
No, that put me off. I was like, just stay by trading. And you know what's funny?
Yeah.
I looked at reviews of other websites that allowed you to act and stuff, and all the reviews were bad, saying I didn't get no jobs. I went to a job, they didn't pay me. And I was like, because you know what I do? When I go to reviews, I was like, what's the worst review on the website?
Yeah.
I don't look at the 5-star review,
Yeah.
which the CEO wrote himself.
Yeah.
I put, what's it called? John Smith
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, it's true.
I look for the worst reviews.
Do you know what I'd say with regards to that? Is that it's the same like the Cash FX group stuff.
That name.
It's the same thing because like think about it. You wanna make money on Forex, so you go and you find a quick easy solution. It's like you wanna act and you wanna be on stuff, so you go to find a quick easy solution. Like most actors, they put 10 years of acting school behind them.
I know.
And like free theatre plays and all this kind of stuff. They're just out there hustling, and then 10 years in, that's when they catch their break.
I was trying to skip steps.
Yeah.
Just like with the trading thing.
Yeah.
Trading is like a hype thing now. I'm not doing it for hype. I actually want to learn it.
Yeah.
Legit. Just like programming. I don't have a reason to learn programming right now, but I think in advance where I might use it one day. And plus, nowadays, it's a big thing in jobs, especially in the financial industry or most jobs. They're like deprogram, because Excel isn't the big thing no more. So basically, I do stuff in advance. Remember I told you I think about 2 years in advance? Sometimes I might do something which don't mean anything, but it might mean something later. If I got extra time. Because I don't want to look back and be like, I had extra time. Because I get anxiety from not doing something in a day, where I'm like, I should have done that.
Yeah.
And then I look outside at the people struggling, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to be like them.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Man. I get that as well. I want to do as much as possible before I go to bed. But that's basically my goal.
And you have the best night's sleep ever.
Yeah.
And when you wake up, you're content.
Yeah.
You're not like, I've got to do what I should have done yesterday. No, you're like,
I've done everything I can and I earned this fucking rest.
Yeah, I earned the rest. And I would go on more, but I'm tired and you have to sleep.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. Have you ever heard of a book called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People?
Yes.
Have you read it?
No, but I've heard of it.
It's really good. I'm listening to it at the moment on Audible. Yeah.
I love audiobooks.
Same,
I love it.
Same. You can just do so much shit while you're reading. So
Go for a jog.
Exactly.
On train somewhere.
Yeah. So the guy was basically saying about how to split up your tasks that you have to do in a day. So he says that like you imagine like a box like that, right? And then you split it into 4 squares, right? And then the first square is stuff that is urgent and important. So that's like going to work or like feeding yourself, feeding your kids, like doing stuff that is urgent and important. The second box is stuff that is not urgent but important. So that would be like exercising, like go to jiu-jitsu, meditate, that kind of self-care kind of stuff. It's not urgent that you do this kind of stuff, but it's very important that you do it. Then the third box is stuff that is not important, but it's urgent. So that's an interesting category because that could be something like answering emails for something that you're not really that invested about. It's kind of urgent. It's not important, but it's urgent.
Meditating.
Or like the phone rings right now, right? That is not important right now, but it's urgent. If my phone rings right now, the most important thing is this, what's happening right now. If my phone rings, that's not important, but it's very urgent, so I'll pick it up and be like, yo. So you don't want to really be doing stuff that is not important but urgent. And then the last one is not important, not urgent, which is just fucking wasting time. Just jacking off, you know what I mean? Literally and metaphorically.
Well, we can't stop that, innit? That's going to happen regardless.
You have to stop.
We're gonna stop. No, we're going to fit in during the day.
Listen, you have to stop. No, you have to stop.
Hell no. Hell no.
Have you ever seen these guys like talking about semen retention on YouTube and stuff?
I've done it before. I actually slowed down on doing that.
Yeah.
I feel more awake.
Yeah, man.
When you do it every day, you feel sluggish.
You're like a lion in the zoo. You're like...
No, I did it less and my energy levels.
Yeah.
So I'm not like, I did listen to that. I can't stop completely, but...
Yeah. It's like cigarettes. Yeah, I'm going to have one after my meal.
Yeah. And plus, I ain't got a girl no more, so...
Yeah.
Until I get my next prospect...
Prospect,
my next starting lineup, man.
But it's interesting because like when you think about tasks in that way, you can kind of another thing you can put in the not urgent but important category is like programming, like learning to program. It's not urgent that you learn that stuff, but it is important.
Yes.
Because in 2 years you might need it, but I mean that'll come around very soon, you know.
And I might want to automate something I'm trading, or
so you create a program that basically trades for you.
Or
conditions.
I might want to. Maybe a friend offering to pay me to help him do a project.
Yeah.
It just gives me the option I can get paid.
Yes.
I have more things where I can get paid doing that. I can do that.
Yeah, you can program for someone.
Yeah.
And get paid.
Or even this, like even doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
In another 4 or 5 years, it will be pretty much black belts. Pretty much. If we're not, we're sandbagging like hell. We could open up a school.
Yeah.
That's another avenue.
Teach private.
This is the thing. Jiu-jitsu, would that be in that category?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Important but not urgent.
But it opens up opportunities where you can compete and it could, like, let's say you got a podcast.
Yeah.
It could enhance views because you got more exposure.
Yeah.
It can, you got obviously mental reasons. It makes you feel better, more confident.
Yeah.
It'll make you more likely to go do stuff. It's all intertwined, but it's still number 3.
Yeah.
It's still number 3, where it's not
urgent that you do it, but it is important.
Yes.
Just like meditating, just like eating healthily, you know.
But obviously, what we really want to do, we want to put it in. It's very important, and we need it.
Well, that's the thing. If you're someone that is looking to be a world-class competitor, it's very important, and very urgent that you train every single day. And that's kind of how I live. Like, like when I wake up, it's like, basically I have 3 things that I want to achieve. I've got them up here, right? So I want to have a jiu-jitsu black belt. I want to become a millionaire. I don't have a time frame for. These are kind of long-term goals. And the other one is a world-renowned podcast. And again, it's not like I recognize that this is like a mirage in the desert. I recognize that this is not getting anywhere. This is not going to make me happy. But I think it's quite a worthy thing to aim for, right? It's like your 2 to 3 year plan. And then what this does is it allows you to structure your day. So what I did today is I woke up and I did some editing and uploading my podcast. I did a little bit of Forex stuff. And then I'm going to train later and had a podcast with you. So it's like it structures my day because I know what my goals are. You know what I mean?
And then you have to keep looking at it. So anytime you're slacking,
you
look at that.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, hey, I can't slack.
Exactly.
Like me, I structure my day where I learn Spanish for like the whole day, like 2-3 hours. Because I've been doing it for about 2-3 years now.
Yeah.
So it's not as struggling on the mind because I understand the structure and how they say stuff.
Yeah.
I've been learning Arabic for the last 2 months.
Wow.
I know the alphabet now.
Wow. Can you speak anything in Arabic? Can you say
No. No, but I need to learn alphabet and how to write. I actually want to know how to write.
Wow. It's such a hard alphabet. I mean...
No, but this is the thing.
Not legible to us.
I have the extra time in my day, so I'm like...
Do shit.
Do something.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, you know, I did with it. I was like... there's no time limit. I'm gonna learn this. Spanish, there's no time limit. I'm gonna learn this. Trading, there's no time limit. I'm gonna learn this. Once I get 10 years of all of them, I must have some competence.
What do you use to learn this stuff?
I'm against apps to learn how to learn languages because I use apps and I didn't learn. I couldn't.
What about Duolingo? That's meant to be really good. My sister learned Turkish on that one.
Did she
She
learn
had
Turkish
a
already?
Turkish man as well.
What's it called?
Much to the family's disappointment. No,
Yeah. Damn, what's it called? You're gonna talk about your whole beef between Turkey and
this
Greece.
is Turkey right here. This is Turkey. I found this in Sal's because this is Sal's mom's room basically, and I live in here. This is a picture of a mosque in Istanbul. I found it. I was like, I'm gonna put this up.
That's mad. Trying to get extra views.
Innit?
Like, see,
Trying to
you
get my
like
Muslim
too.
brothers and sisters. Get all my Turkish people. Inshallah. I'm joking.
So what were we saying?
So you were saying about the apps that you use to learn.
Yeah. I read books
Okay.
of learning languages because with the apps, they do the bare minimum to put it up. They don't go out the way to teach you. They just do
Even
the bare
Duolingo.
minimum. Yeah, they don't. They do the bare minimum. When I started reading books, I got the detail which the app didn't give me because I'm looking at a little screen. The books help me. Like I remember on Duolingo, I could only say stuff in Spanish. I could only say stuff singular, or me or you. I couldn't say them, or I couldn't say them, or like us and stuff. I could only say.
You couldn't speak
me or-
abstractly
Yeah.
about a topic like outside of like. me.
Yeah. And then when I started to read the books, I learned how to roll the R's.
The book taught you how to roll the R's.
Yeah.
How the fuck did it do that?
Let me see how word.
Is it this?
Yeah.
Because we have that in Greek. In Greek, that's why. Like Greek and Spanish actually have the same kind of phonetic structure. So the same, like the S's are very similar, and the rolling of the R's.
Yeah. It taught me that. It taught me things that. What's it called? Basically, you get more detail. Short story. You get more detail. I was able to learn more. But the biggest thing, I want to learn how to write. I don't want to just learn the language. Once I do something, I don't do it halfway. I want to engulf in it. That's why I said I've got to the point now, maturity, where when I do something, I'm like, there's no time limit. There's no time limit. There's no time limit. And then it makes me accept that I'm going to do this regardless. And it put me at ease. So now I'm not looking at it like, oh shit, I've got to start studying this. Because I'm like, there's no time limit on this. I'm doing this all the time because there's no time limit. When you put a time limit, when you put a time limit on it or something, or like a constraint, it's like a chore, like, oh, I've got to do this before I go sleep. When there's no time limit on it, you're more relaxed, but you want to do it because you committed to it.
Yeah, it's true.
You committed to it already, so you're like, this is going to happen regardless.
Yeah.
So when I'm learning, I'm enjoying it because I'm like, in 10 years, 5 years, I'm going to be a
Why
monster.
do you choose Spanish and Arabic?
I could speak to the majority of the planet. Also, being from the UK, we speak one language, two languages, roadman, and well, I went to Germany, you go to France.
Yeah.
What do you speak? Swedish, Spanish, French, Danish, Russian. What do you speak? English.
Yeah.
And
it's very limiting because the whole world speaks our language.
I'm actually jealous of them, and I was like, I wanna do a thing where I don't need a translator. I can just go places. And the biggest thing about languages, you're open to more opportunities because there's opportunities you're missing out because they can't communicate. The communication is the biggest thing. You can't communicate with someone, you might miss out on opportunities.
Yeah, it's definitely
And
true.
I might miss out on opportunities. Or like just like people feel more comfortable with you speaking the same language. They might give me an opportunity because they rate that I went out my way to learn their language or their customs, and I might get an opportunity somehow.
Or someone's talking shit about you in a different language, you can clock that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I might get an opportunity that might be life changing.
Yeah, it's true.
Just off having something related that we can
Being
talk
able to
about.
participate.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. A language is a passport essentially.
Yes.
It's a passport into another culture. My sister speaks like 5 languages fluently. So she speaks English, Greek, obviously.
You see, now you can get a job in like 5 countries or whatever.
Exactly.
Or let's say I master Arabic or Spanish. I can go work in any more than half the planet.
And live there and trade and
I speak English. Literally, that's the half the planet.
Yeah.
I don't have the barrier. And without that barrier, I have more opportunities. Yeah, more opportunities available to me. Because remember, I told you I'm open-minded, I'm open to change and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Bruce Lee thing where you mold. I'm going to mold and I'm going to put myself in a position somehow to get opportunities to happen to me.
Mm.
This is the thing, with me, I think hard work and stuff gets you somewhere, but I think something's guiding you along. I'm not a religious person, but sometimes things happen so smoothly and coincidentally at perfect timing, and you're like, how?
Yeah.
This is too perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not religious or believe in the higher power, but there must be something helping me along, because some things line up too smooth.
Why do you not believe in the higher power? Have you thought about it deeply and come to a conclusion?
I heard the thing where it's like, as a humans, we like to have an answer for everything. I can accept that we're primitive and we don't know everything. Because just like religious books, when you talk to a religious person, they have an answer for everything. And if you don't have the answer, they say read the book.
Yeah.
I'm a person where it's like, I can say I don't know, and that's out of my realm. And thinking about it, hey, whatever, innit? I'm just here living. In a further 1,000 years, we might know more.
Yeah.
But we keep saying modern times. In 1,000 years, you know how primitive we're gonna look.
Yeah.
We're gonna look so primitive.
Yeah.
So I like to think about the future. Always.
But you don't think that there is some kind of like, do you believe in the concept of there being God or something like that?
No. This is the thing about God. God could be aliens. An alien could land and be like, what are you talking about? We made you.
But then who made the aliens?
This is the thing.
Whose dream is this, basically?
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, you got Matrix. No, this is the thing.
Yeah.
I can accept that I don't have the answers.
Yeah.
And we're probably primitive now. And I might never know.
Yeah.
In 1,000 years, you might know. Or
You know when you die, basically, I think that's what happens. Like, even in Greek mythology, they had this tale of, like, when you die, you go down to the river of the underworld and you drink from it. And then you come back and the water from the river cleanses your memory, basically. So you come back and it's basically the tale of reincarnation. But when you die, you essentially have this like DMT experience where you experience like oneness and wholeness again, and then you come back into being a human again. That's the kind of idea behind it. But who the fuck knows?
I just leave it up to the fate or whatever, the world.
Yeah. I'm
I'm just gonna be a good person and help people through this life. I have no. People say you got purpose.
Yeah.
My purpose is, I just want to help people along. So they don't have to go through certain things I went through. That's it, really. Helping people is so satisfying.
And take gal as well.
Tick gal, of course. Tick gal. Of course. I ain't got a girl, that's what I'm looking for. Tick gal now.
Oh, mate.
I was handing out my CV at Cannon Town.
I think there's a better place to hand out your CV, bro. Don't want to go to Canning Town, the Old Kent Road.
Allow it.
When did you break up with your girlfriend? Was it recent?
It's 2 weeks ago. I'm not Muslim, so.
Oh, because she's Muslim.
Yeah.
I see.
No. She wanted an excuse to get rid of me.
Do you think? I think it's probably for the best.
No, but this is the thing. If you're older, you must have broke up with a girl in your life before. It's not nice, but part of being human is being uncomfortable. And I like the uncertainty. Because insanity is like, I keep doing the same thing. I like something different, like, oh wow, that's not happening no more. I got extra time for this. What should I learn? Just like I said, my whole life has been a raft with a hurricane. I haven't drowned yet.
Yeah.
But the water's are getting more common now.
Yeah.
That I've got more things I'm doing, avenues I'm exploring, like the languages. I'm learning programming. I have more opportunities open to me as I learn more. Or even speaking to people and reading books. You could strike up a conversation with someone about a book you read, and you could benefit financially, or they could save you from, or give you a discount or something, or save you from, or give you good advice which you carry on just by that little bit of relation.
I think it's probably a good idea for men to stay single until they've done some shit, because you don't want to have a girlfriend that's going to hold you back, even if she doesn't think she's doing that.
Do you know what happens when you're younger? You get a girl and you just do nothing, like, oh, this is me and her, that's it.
We eat.
I don't talk on anything. I already got her.
Yeah.
But when you lose a girl, you're like, oh, I need a haircut.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's very true. Like, I need to put more pictures up on my Instagram. Yeah, it's so true. It's so true, man. Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, when's the last time I talked to a girl? Can I even talk to her?
Yeah. And men's testosterone goes down when they're in relationships or when they're married, I guess.
I know.
Yeah, which is interesting. You could even say that's like a lifestyle thing, because I think they studied like married men and saw that married men had less testosterone. But then you have to think about married men, most of the time, they're probably sacrificing something they want to be doing, so they're working longer.
Yeah, like another girl.
They're eating shit, they're not sleeping properly because they have like a family and stuff. But I don't know. If you I think Jocko Willink's married. I think if you analyze his testosterone, it's pretty fucking high.
No, you know what it does? When I'm with someone,
Yeah.
it's like, I'm good. I'm not chopping. I'm not gonna stop training for you. I'm not gonna lower my training time.
Yeah.
That's part of my identity and life. That made me my confidence. It allowed me to even think about trading, like fully, and go ahead with it. Learning the language. This is like the frame of my life. So no girls coming in between that at all.
Yeah, and if one does come along, she'll have to fit around that rather than everything
remember,
fits around her.
I'm a little bit. My parents in their 60s, so I grew up a little more traditional, where you have to be the man and she has to be the girl.
Which is hard for a lot of girls to accept these days.
No, but when they're single and 50, they're gonna move this conversation.
It's true.
No, but you can't. Girls have to be feminine in them third world countries, because it's just like you need the man to survive and protect you.
Yeah, because you're not gonna get a net job.
Yeah, there's no your freedom.
Yeah.
No one's really gonna rush you on the road. But in other countries, the woman needs the man.
I see. Like for physical protection.
Physical protection.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And love and the kids.
From the world.
It's you and the world. Over here, it's like, I'm going to date enough. I'll get another one like you like.
Yeah.
I don't need you. A government's going to look after me.
Yeah. Which accounts for the high divorce rate and everything else.
No, divorce is deadly now.
Yeah.
The way.
But weddings are going up now. More people get married apparently. In the last couple of years, it's become more fashionable to get married.
I don't know, if I was Muslim, I'd get married.
I'd get married one day.
Never, only if I was Muslim. No. These Christian girls, these Christian here. Oh my god.
So you only get married to a Muslim girl?
No. If they in their religion they tend to. I think nowadays people get married just to show off.
Yeah.
They get married because they wanna build a family and stay with that person.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's like, I'm gonna get married 2, 3, 4, 5 times. No offense to them women.
Parties.
No offense to them women, but like, you can't tell the third person death do us part and the fourth person death do us
so
part.
what happened to the last 3 guys?
Yeah, like,
did death do you part?
Well, was that the warm up?
Yeah.
So nothing against them people, but marriages and plus the laws where the guy has to lose everything.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If you have kids, you have to pay something, but like, you don't have to destroy the person.
But that's lawyers. Lawyers do that.
I know. Because remember, kids need a dad.
Yeah.
The government can't be your dad because they're gonna find a male role model.
Yeah.
Because remember, this is the thing. Even girls need their dad. Because they need that love and support.
We need that. We need a masculine and a feminine. And
yes. It can't be just the man's vibe or the woman's vibe. We need both.
Yeah.
The government can't replace the man or the woman.
No.
And we don't want to replace that. But if we're in a third world country, Girl, there'll be no divorces. They'll be like, hey, we need each other.
Yeah.
I need protection.
Even when, and then that's the other thing. It's like even when it's brutal, even when a woman's getting like savaged or something, she has to stay because she has no other choice. She can't divorce because her family would disown her. And
no, there's pros and cons of both. This is the thing.
Yeah.
There's never going to be perfect scenario.
No.
But you have to pick. Pick your poison or pick
Yeah.
pick the one you're willing to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Because only in fairy tales, everything's perfect.
It's true. It's like making the best of a bad situation, I guess.
Yeah, you have to.
Bro, this is a good way to end the podcast.
Way.
Hey, thank you. I think we've done 2 hours.
Is it?
Do you have anything you want to say before we go?
Say, accept losing. You're gonna lose. Accept it now.
Mm-hmm.
Take it on the chin.
Mm-hmm. But do it. Fucking try it.
Yeah, and then you know what's funny? You put 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years in anything, you must win. You must win.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you, bro.
Wait,
Thank
no
you,
problem,
mate.
man.
Beautiful. That was fucking.
nice.
That was really fun, man. You're fucking natural on the mic. You're fucking natural. Sometimes people get proper shy when they're